Welcome back. Today we got a new word. That word is Boomtown. A boomtown is a city, small town that experiences extreme or rapid economic or even population growth because of the emergence of a new industry. A small town that experiences rapid or extreme growth because of the emergence of a new industry of some kind. Now, how does this happen? A lot of times in history we have seen boomtowns appear because of the emergence or discovery of a natural resource. Sometimes boomtowns happen because they're in a great location and new improved transportation go through that area. But the funny thing is usually this thing happens because a natural resource, which is the most common, some other things got to go along with it. You have to be prepared that once that natural resource dries up, so could the prosperity of that new fledgling city, town, etc. So it's very important that while the natural gas or oil, or like in the late 1800s, mid 1800s, gold, before those mines, before that coal dries up, that you establish a few things. Transportation, smooth transportation in and out, connecting it to other cities is going to be very important. For the laborers that work and live various places, for families, for the transportation of whatever product, good, resource that you're extracting, producing, etc. Another thing is they were going to have to diversify their economy. While some things were happening in my hometown, the local hospital expanded to a regional medical center. So when the natural resource slowly started to dry up and a lot of the industries, companies left, and there were only a few left, there were jobs in the remaining boom industry, and there were more jobs because of the regional medical center. Adding some type of industry like manufacturing, adding a type of industry like tourism. You see new chain restaurants and hospitality established a lot of times in boomtowns to make this thing work. The people working, coming from different towns to work in this new industry need these things, but also it helps diversify the economy, so when it's all over, there's a chance of that town surviving. What happens? It's like people are driving on these new highways across the country or the region or the state, and they say, hey, look, let's stop there, because that town has restaurants, rest stops, gas stations, hotels that are enticing and inviting. When all that resource dries up, when that industry slows down, unfortunately, some places become what they call a ghost town. A ghost town is a town that's kind of a one-trick pony. They had that big industry that made the town, the city, emerge and grow, but once it slows down or once it is over, they have trouble. They a lot of times have trouble with the value of houses going down because nobody wants to live there. The jobs aren't there. Sometimes they have trouble with, alcoholism and drugs because the stress and strain of unemployment, the strain of driving long distances to go to work because the jobs are no longer in that town. With declining population, low home values, etc., some of the positive outlets in recreation, theaters, restaurants, etc., don't want to invest in an area like that. So less productive forms of recreation develop. So there you have it. Do you know a boomtown? What do you think is going to happen to it in the next generation or two? Boomtown, a town or city that experiences rapid growth economically and in their population because of the emergence of a new industry. Always like, share, and subscribe. Let us know what we need to talk about next. See you soon. Be good to yourself.